We are reading 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 38 onwards. This is where David defeats Goliath. So Saul clothed David with his armor, and he put a bronze helmet on his head. He also clothed him with a coat of mail. David fastened his sword to his armor and tried to walk, for he had not tested them. And David said to Saul, I cannot walk with these, for I have not tested them. So David took them off. Then he took his staff in his hand, and he chose for himself 5 smooth stones from the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag in a pouch which he had, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. So the Philistine came, who is Goliath, and began drawing near to David, and the man who bore the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was only a youth, ruddy and good-looking. So the Philistine said to David, Am I a dog, that you come to me with sticks? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, You come to me with the sword, with the spear, and with the javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you and take your head from you. And this day I will give the carcasses of the camp to the Philistines, to the birds of the air and the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. Then all this assembly shall know that the Lord does not save with the sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Hallelujah. So when we read this story, this biblical story of what happened, how Goliath was defeated, we look back to how David had faith in the Lord. He had faith that no one else could have, and he did what nobody else could do. So no matter who you are, where you are, step in faith with God, because God's lining doors and new avenues and new adventures for you. He wants you to walk in his will. So don't be afraid. No matter how big your Goliath is in front of you, Jesus is with you. God is with you. So don't fear. Step forward. Keep moving. Keep praying. And keep praising God. I hope this encourages you and blesses you today.